You know, this is pretty somber. I, uh, I don't know. It's, you know, strange to think that this is the last time I'm going to be going through here as a player. Because after this, I don't think I'm going to be coming back through here. I'm going to make my way through the scenic route from Passem to Westminster to... Oh, what a horrible time to join. Yeah. Um... Man, going back through here is just like going through all the damn memories. I'm gonna change the shader to SEUS. This one's better. I only had it on the other one because it has better looking water underwater. There we go. I was supposed to help with that. I started, I just didn't finish. Oh. Yeah, sorry, man. Well, live reaction of a new friend learning the sad truth. This always was my favorite city. Boat races. It's unfortunate we didn't get one final boat race in. I checked around a little. Both my bar and my house were rated, but that's to be expected, honestly. So it didn't really bother me much. I should probably make my way to Westminster. But yeah, I mean, well, there really is nothing you can do. It's just how it is. Ugh. That poor guy. I mean, honestly, poor all of us, but you know what I get. I'm getting that. Goodbye, pass him. Oh, God. Stop that. No, stop. All right. Is there a way I can... Nope. It's on, I'm maxed out right now. You can get some really good cinematic shots around here, especially with a good shader. I don't know. It's definitely a strange feeling. I've spent the last year and a half playing here, you know, with friends and making new friends and doing a bunch of new stuff on the way. And it's just accepting the fact that this is all gonna go away, or I don't want to say go away, but this chapter is gonna close. The one I was introduced into, the height of it all, I joined February of 2020, if I remember correctly, and that was one of the server's lowest points. So me, along with the rest of PASM, were really the ones who were logging in every day, keeping the server alive. But that's a different story. I remember the day I met Nagler Torio and Charles who were, you know, on their way moving to Fortuna, the little, oh no, little island from PASM way over here. This island right here is actually kind of what started me, you know, living in PASM, because that's a PASM exclave. So I decided to build a house there, and I actually labeled it as like a Westminster embassy, just because at the time I was a citizen of Westminster. The Commonwealth in general. Oh God, please not a... I don't even want to, honestly. It's hurtful every time. Anyways, /PM Ablick. I think it was on December 18th, the day of the party. Not to continuously scare off new friends, but I'd rather tell them now than find out after this server is already gone. Yeah. All right. Oh, keep pressing M. Oh wait, I think he needs... Whoops, I should probably actually PM instead of... You know, this is always a long ride. I believe we timed it out from Westminster to Pass M. It's 22 minutes. The only reason we timed it out is because we wanted to know travel times for when we were raiding MTA. And we gotta go up and around through NYC, through the Great Orange Desert that I hate, onto the beautiful, beautiful land of Westminster. With my little house here, the ugly house that I built, far away from everyone else's. And then I plan to go through MTA, follow that, go to MTS, maybe dick around a little there, find out what's been touched, what hasn't, check out Pack Statue, because something's bound to have happened to that. And then from there, find my way to Gaben. Might have to go to Nexus, then to Gaben or something. I don't know. I forgot about that. We were told we could jump off the tower and hit the water safely, but I hit that corner block of that block right there just barely. It was quite funny. Yeah, this whole intro ride isn't exactly the most interesting, but I do have a couple stories I can keep telling. Like the card base war. So I don't remember all the details, but I remember that card got at odds against like the rest of Neuromeeg, or however the fuck you pronounce it. But anyways, he enlisted the help of me, Nagafer, basically the Pass M crew, minus Jim and Rambeat. But basically, what we did was we would all gather up in. I don't have it on this map because my map data kept getting deleted. But somewhere in Neuro, I think it's Javagna. We met up. And then there was like a face-off. We all potted together, and then basically, Pirater, who was playing as card base, if I remember correctly, at the time, chased after Avo, and I believe actually ended up pearling. I forget who, but they pearled someone, and they got kind of pissed about that. Either that or they were already pearled themselves, so we went to go get their pearls or whatever, and then they got pissed about that. They got pissed about something. But anyways, they eventually like yelled at us for like not following the rules of battle or whatever, and then they were like, card base was like, oh, but you know, like pearling yourself isn't exactly following the law either. I don't know. Neuro always had strange customs. I'm not one to judge, but I'm kind of judging it. It was actually very funny though, because once we actually got to we were outside of the perimeter of Javagna, or Javagna. I don't know. Pronunciation of Neuromeeg capitals and cities and stuff isn't my forte. But like, just seeing all that go down was incredibly hilarious to me. Like, the rest of us didn't even really contribute to the fight. It was literally just Pirater. And because of that, we got this like hilarious like two sides of a coin almost, where you had a pretty much one man soloing an entire team, and then they got salty and like returned to their bunker or whatever. And overall, it was just a really funny experience. I've actually never PvP'd on CivClassics. The only time I've been killed by a player, I think, was when Naglifer hit me with a sword, like as a joke, and I was just low health. And that's like the only time I've been attacked by a player, which I still think is hilarious, considering the target I had on my back initially after raiding MTA. Because I almost, let's see, City Lion, Henry, Waffles for Breakfast, and quite a few other people tried like suing me. Yet I evaded it each time, mostly due to the fact that nobody recognized MTA as a state anymore. So we really used that to our advantage. Overall, though, it was just the whole thing was a fun experience, and like I said, I made out like a bandit with it. Oops. You know, I don't think I've ever actually looked off that side. Either I never noticed that or it's new. But I feel like I would have noticed that before. I actually don't think I would have. Hold on, I want to get a... Wholesome interaction, wholesome pack gaming, that's who I am. Pumpkin. Oh, I'm trying to get good footage, but oh, I'm also sure the bitrate ain't that good. Whatever the case. Oh, looks like someone was trying to do something here. Oh wait, no, that ain't new at all. Oh, I really hope it doesn't continue this lag spike. You know, I remember my first couple weeks in Westminster. You know, it's just like it was like a whole different feeling. Because you know, I was using a efficiency 5 fortune 3 pickaxe that who was it? It was the Prime Minister of Westminster at the time. He gave that to me because I dug a hole for him, you know, and that same hole. I don't exactly remember what he used it for, but I basically kind of just used that pickaxe a lot more than I should have to mine out a huge, like, underground space. What was huge to me at the time. Looking back, it's not as big, and I've recently been mining bigger. But I should probably make a pit stop there because it's just outside of Westminster on this sandy side. I keep pressing M. So it's this hole, I believe. And I go down there and I follow that. I'm not even using replay mod. I mean, using replay mod would be pretty cool, but it also never works for me. I probably should figure out how to get that working right. Here, drop. Oh, I could have gone further. No, 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 no. Watch me embarrass myself for 30 minutes. Okay. You know, if there's one thing I enjoy about the GOR is that it has these nice looking intersections that actually would make sense in real life to an extent. This loop right here is kind of a far stretch, but it still all works out. And you know what? It's just amazing to me how much effort everybody has put into this thing. This whole experiment, as the caption would put it, this whole experiment has been truly influential on me and my playstyle of Minecraft. And I'm a huge Minecraft player. I am definitely one that probably plays too much, actually. But yeah, I found this hole outside of Westminster. I used it as my mine shaft. And here I went directly down looking for ores. And then here I did a downwards mine out all the way through. I definitely had weird mining techniques, but somehow it worked and I got quite a bit of everything I needed. I'm trying to remember how to get to it from here. I believe I could just keep going down. Ah, yes. I spent a lot of time down here. And I was mostly using iron pickaxes because, well, that's what I had. Are these... that's actual stone. Huh. Either that or they're just chests that glitched out and got replaced by stone. I don't think that ever happened, though, so I'm assuming that I just placed stone there, reinforced by stone. Probably to attempt to confuse people. But no, this is where I found a single diamond and I went ham, and that's where my path to being rich and successful started, was under Westminster, or under the desert right outside of Westminster, I should say. Um, I was told to, and actually never did dig right under Westminster. Respect to Loddish, of course. I don't have any food. I'm gonna see if I have any in my house. Um, but yeah, it's just this whole this hole right here is where I started. It's where I spent a lot of my time starting off, and it was either here or expanding the new zone I was making in Westminster for the new housing, because I was told, oh, we don't have that much space left for houses, but you see that blank like mountain over there? If you want, you could like clear out a little of that and build a house. And so I took that as, oh, make a whole new district. Okay. And so I got road permissions. I got a whole bunch of stuff, and eventually, because of that, I got citizenship in the Commonwealth, which, if you don't know, is actually a fairly big deal. They generally don't choose people who have citizenship in other countries to have citizenship. I believe was technically before I got full citizenship in any other country, but I was already actively living in Passem when they gave it to me. So I'm assuming there's some sort of decision making going in the background, and I'm very grateful. I mean, it felt amazing when I got that notification that I've been made a citizen, and it was like a magical moment almost, because here I am having lived in this city for about a month, and just helping out while I was like the only person in the place. Because at the time it was not an active city. It was actually extremely inactive. It was That's who it was. The minister was Purgy Skill, Purgy. I don't know. But yeah, it was just Loddish, occasionally Purgy, and then me, who were the people from Westminster who would log on and actually do stuff. And this right here, this road, is something I built. Taking this, you go to the new housing district that I made. Here's the road neighborhood being built by me. If you have any requests or suggestions, at me on the Discord. I usually have most notifications turned off except for that. Feel free to use a plot or lead a new friend to the one. That's the point. I don't know who put that there though, or that. I'll use those somewhere else. So this right here is my house, my first house. Food. I need that. So there isn't much in here, just a shit ton of terracotta, and actually some books. Just a couple though, because they're ones Loddish lent to me and I just never returned. But yeah, this was meant to be, a house, and possibly even a house for a friend if they ever joined me. But they never did. And then here's my collection of heads that I kept getting. I didn't really know where to put them. That was... I don't even know if it's an active factory. I doubt it is, because I was like still trying to figure everything out. Down here is actually a loot club bunker, very unhidden one. There isn't much in here. I forget what this is of. Oh, heh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's from... Oh, I did get a enchanted golden apple though. That is something I'm fairly happy about. Here's a bunch of alcohol and stuff I took from MTA. to be sorted is just random loot. Swiftness potions. This stuff is stuff that I just didn't have like a place for. Honey blocks. I didn't know that was in there. More essence. Coarse flowers. Again, most of the stuff is from MTA. This is just stuff that I left here. I didn't... When did... I don't remember ever putting that in there. Someone might have been in here. One of the people who has access to my stuff. But, yeah, I mean... Yeah, I know for a fact I didn't put that in there because I have not been in here whatsoever. Closed due to maintenance. This is... Somebody definitely came in here to find loot. But yeah, this is where we kept most of our loot that was being transported from MTA to PASM, and I'm curious what's in there. I don't remember who owned that. Someone was building a house over here. I forget who they were, but I was very happy about that, you know, to see my stuff actually start being used. There was a small park over here that I built, you know, just using flowers and planks. I started it, I planned to finish it. I never did. You know, moving to PASM really changed all of that. My priorities definitely switched. I think I'm going to pause the recording real quick and see what's inside of that chest. That's exactly what I thought. Well, a little disappointed, but now I know it was empty. The Onion Man. Nope. Oh, wait. Now I can... Based. So, I didn't really spend much time here. Like, I spent like a month or maybe 2 here, but I still remember it fondly. You know? And it's kind of hard to take away from a man. I seem to still remember the shops and the rail station. From the looks of it, not much was really touched. I'm not gonna raid anything, obviously. I'm not that kind of person, but just kind of surprised. You know, Westminster is fairly well used. Okay. Okay. I was gonna say, I don't remember that jutting out that much, but apparently I was right, completely. Oh, I could have taken the overland rail and gone through MTA and reminisced about all the fun times we had. Um, you know, we one of the things we did was actually raid the USA portion of MTA, the communist one, and what was it? Tiny Sniper. They joined, ended up pearling me. So actually, I was wrong. That is, Naglifer was not the first time and only time. The only other time was Tiny Sniper, who ended up pearling me after I forgot to slash log out instead of just quitting. Because we were busting into the bunker that was underneath their factory building. That's what it is. You know, I'm very smart. But while we were busting in their factory bunker, which had like a diamond, gear factories in it, we saw a Tiny Sniper log in, and I saw him on my map, and I kind of freaked out a little. I was in a voice call with everybody else at the time, and I was like, "Hey, there's somebody above us." Actually, no, I didn't even see him on the map. I looked up and saw his name tag through the stone and everything. And everybody else, they've played Civ longer than I have, or have been told about the different kinds of things you can do, so they all knew to slash log out. I didn't know that was a feature because I've never really been in conflict before. So I just exited while we discussed our strategy, and they're like, "You made sure to slash log out, right?" And I was like, "What is that?" So I log back in, figure out I've been killed, and so I go into negotiations with Tiny Sniper, and we talk about, we're a communist society. We would have just given it to you if you wanted it. And so, we gave everything back. And for the rest of the time we raided MTA. We did not touch the USA, which is now, I believe, the CCCP or whatever. Either way, it was still an interesting experience because I think I still have the enchanting table that I stole from their storage room somewhere. I believe it's on display at the MTS museum. We'll be there soon enough, and I can officially show it off. Along with some Mirian Prot 4 that I found. It was actually not even Prot 4 when I found it. It was just a diamond chest plate, and I enchanted it, and it immediately got Protection 4, and only Protection 4 on it, which I thought was kind of funny. So I kept that and gave it to the museum. There were a couple more items, cool items that I found that I unfortunately lost. Like, for example, I had a shit ton of MTA flags from the mall, I believe. I also took a MTA passport that had a special text that would just change, kind of like what they use in the Welcome to CivClassics. So basically, I became a MTA citizen for a while when I held the passport, because legally that's how it works. When MTS officially came around and I decided to become a citizen, it was quite funny because Henry Drayton, the previous mayor of Mount Augusta, was kind of pissed about that. Because, as some of you may know, I built a statue of myself in Mount September, and I, in Henry's eyes, was one of the people who brought Mount Augusta, his city, to its knees and decapitated it. I'm not going to say yes or no to that because, honestly, I've not given an opinion on it for a while. Whatever the case, what I believe is that I raided MTA and became a citizen of MTS. That's about it. The statue was built of me, by me. So as you can tell, I'm a bit I'm only egotistical, ironically, I swear. I'm not actually this, stuck up about everything. I should probably remove that marker. It might get a little annoying. Waypoints. delete. Don't worry about the rest of this. I don't even remember what half of these are. I think here and check here are mine here. You know, they're just in the moment things. I believe those were when I was mining stuff for Rapture. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's not just the video. I'm also lagging very hard. It's not. I think people joining puts the server to its knees, which is quite funny. We were, we used to have 70, between 40 and 70 people on usually, and now we're down to what, 11, 10. Oh no, we're down to 11. Yeah, I didn't count correctly because I can't count canonically. Anyways, we're pulling into MTS soon. But on the you can see on the map up there, there's the obsidian monolith, the ugliest structure I've ever seen on this server. That counts everything that I've ever seen in Neuromeag. Sorry, not to completely rag on you guys, but it wasn't exactly the most well-built city, except for the cliff city that Caesar made. That one was actually pretty cool looking. I don't know. I've lived in Passem for a long time, so I have very, very biased opinions. I really hope this rail isn't trapped. That'd suck. It doesn't look like it is, but it just occurred to me that people might have actually, trapped rails, and my spawn point isn't exactly close by. Hey, this is Future Pack speaking, and unfortunate news, but the video and recording software altogether decided to freak out and stop recording at this moment. So that means I didn't get any footage of MTS or the ride all the way to Gaben. Also meaning you missed out on some conversation and stuff that I don't exactly all remember. I was super tired that night, and I was kind of just talking as I went, which is how I usually prefer to do these types of things. But when you're really, really, needing to know exactly what you're talking about, it's not exactly helpful. So I'm sorry for the inconvenience, especially to Mount September. I didn't get any footage of you or Pack Statue or any of the travel in between MTS and Gaben, not even pulling into station, which is kind of sucky. But there are worse things to happen. I've had worse recording stuff happen, so I was able to recover some. I remembered some of the stuff I talked about, and I bring it up in the next clip. So let's just move on to the Gaben clip. Anyways, here we go. Enjoy. So, unfortunately, my recording software decided to stop recording right before I got into MTS. However, from there on, you really didn't miss much, aside from the initial reaction of getting to Gaben. It was a lot of me talking about some of the history I had with MTS, but that's not exactly hidden. It's pretty public. I don't know, I just enjoyed being able to sit there and talk for a bit, especially knowing that some of you people are going to be listening. But honestly, I think the biggest thing that made me sad was my initial reaction to Gaben being lost, because I think this is a beautiful city. I love this place. And I said it many times on the original recording, but I sincerely regret not ever coming here, especially not to become citizen. Because this is definitely one of the places I would go. I would like to go, especially. Overall, I'm fairly happy with my Civ career. This is just one of my biggest lingering regrets, is not coming here. And you know what? Even so, it's not exactly the worst situation. I'm not gonna record everything because tomorrow is the 18th, and I need to go to bed for now because I'll be at work tomorrow, unfortunately. I might find some way to work around it, or maybe, I don't know, but I'm gonna put IRL first and go from there. For real though, this is an amazing city. I love this place. Out of all the footage I've acquired throughout this video, feel free to go ahead and ask me if you need it for like a I don't know, like some video of sorts or a video essay. I know some people are doing those. This is only me talking, you know. Unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, even so, talking and walking isn't exactly the worst thing. It's not going to be the most interesting, nor will it be the most fun. But overall, I think I'll enjoy it. I'll enjoy the result, and you know what? It'll be my last tribute, my last, dedication to the server. Yeah. From MTS onward, the only thing location-wise you missed was me checking out Pack's statue and looking at that, talking about the history behind that. But the history behind Pack's statue isn't exactly secret either. It's so during my new friend start, I raided MTA, of all of its wealth, along with a couple other people. And that wasn't well received among a lot of former MTA residents once they realized they've been robbed. Especially a certain person named Henry Drayton. He particularly did not enjoy the idea of me coming along and raiding his city. He was a former mayor, so he felt a lot of dedication to the city. A lot of stuff happened between me and Henry and a couple of my friends in between while we were trying to figure out what should reparations be, what should we even pay them, so on and so forth. Eventually it all got figured out, but it was not in Henry's favor. And so once MTS came around and they accepted me and allowed me to join, I decided to do a funny pack gaming thing, and I built a statue of myself right in the center of the city. And that statue, I obviously named it Pack Statue. It became a cultural centerpiece. It was well liked among MTS residents, and overall it was just a fun project to just build a statue of myself using only different types of stone. But when Henry saw that, he was not very happy about it. He even made a Reddit post, which if I remember to, I'll link it in the description, going on about how MTS supports raiders and so on and so forth, which I thought at the time was hilarious. The reaction itself was just absolutely funny. It was just the greatest thing ever to me, because it was just so out of the blue and not, I don't want to say not warranted. It definitely was warranted. It's just, it was just a bit funny to me because he kind of came out of nowhere with it. Other than that, and other than talking more in detail about some of the MTA USA stuff that I got into, especially talking about how I stole the only real thing I stole from the USA area was a enchanting table from their storage room, and that is on display in MTS, in the MTS museum. But that about concludes everything you missed. There wasn't really much else that I can remember that was important anyways. Just me, enjoying the city of Gaben. and realizing how much I've missed out. I don't regret anything at all, really. This has been like one of the most fun Minecraft experiences I've ever had. Just this, that was close. This whole thing has just been, you know, a wild ride from start to end. Died multiple times when I first joined. There's probably a few dead. I don't even know where the pack Welcome to CivClassic's book for pack gaming is. But yeah, I mean, just that is what it is, how it is, you know. I know I'm not getting a full, thorough exploration of this city, and definitely not enough as not what it deserves. But I'm just going around and talking some more. I want to thank y'all for being there, playing this block game, Mine Man Politics. It's truly been an influential part of my life as of late. And you know what? I wouldn't have traded this, 1.5, 2 years that I've been playing for anything else. I've made some amazing friends. Some that will last beyond this server, as I know for a fact. Maybe some that won't, but you know, that's okay. I mean, not everything needs to last forever. Overall, this has just been enjoyable, and I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. Because if you didn't, then that'd be pretty sad. Getting lost in the city of Gaben. How does that look? Well, anyways. Hey, look, a canal. Oh, damn. Oh my god. You know, never really thought I'd appreciate a city more than Passem. I think I still prefer Passem over Gaben, but it's not every day you see stuff like this. Just this detail, this absolute love and care for this whole build. This whole city, I should say, not build. It's not a build, it's a city. It's a live, thriving place. Was. This is just incredible. Hey, weather's clearing up. Wow. I don't even know where the church is anymore. I've walked so far and haven't really kept track, which is kind of funny. Well, I don't want to draw this out much longer, but overall, I've said this like 5 times, but thank you guys. Truly, this is just incomparable. Nothing else beats it. And I doubt, at least until the next Civ server, what was it, CivMC that was announced? Till the next Civ server, I doubt anything will even come close to it. Next iteration, I definitely plan on being a bit more, I don't want to say active, but like productive. All I did here was raid a city and sit on loot for quite a long time. I should probably point out the signs that I made. And Some of these are new. I don't remember where I placed mine in here. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Some of the support braces aren't there on the other side. Ah, yes, here it is. It's the truth. It's the truth. Well, thank you. This is Bat Gaming saying goodbye to CivClassics, possibly for the last time. I doubt I will be able to show up in person tomorrow, but maybe I'll find some way to get this character there. Pass out a couple things. So, thank you, and I'll see y'all next time.